Okay, welcome back everyone to another Serenum Sokoban stream. And so last time I began sort of creating a Sokoban on the Serenum, which is a new computing system, operating system, compiler for a new language, everything, by Sam H. Smith. Last time on the stream we started playing around with kind of rendering, and in particular I kind of created a bunch of strings and then got that rendering like this image here. Since then I did some travel. I'm now back, and while I was traveling I sketched out some more levels, which are the ones here. And so today I want to do a couple of things. First off, I want to kind of update the colors so that they just match these of the iPad. Just because these are a bit too dark on the screen to start with. I then want to just add in these extra levels I've kind of drawn to the game. And all that's like part one. And then part two, I want to add in like a character and start moving the character around based on like the rules. So in particular, for the kind of yellow segments which represent paths, the character should be able to walk on these segments. Likewise, for the orange parts that represent boats, the character should also be able to do that. Those two things will probably take up the kind of time I have today, but if not, and then we have some bonus time, we can start animating the boats themselves. Like, this is a Sokoban game where you control boats and you control kind of stones, and the aim is to move the stones around using the boats. Okay, so then let's get started. So currently how do I turn it back on? Yeah, so currently this is what the game looks like. Okay, and I'm just switching the keyboard. Okay. And we can check out the source code of it we wrote last time. So you want to do select script, or it was in codex sokoban.libc, and then So yeah, last time we defined some constant colors, which we'll update in a sec. We then defined a string that contained the level information. We then simply switched this when we were drawing it. But currently there's no key input, but that's something we will adapt today. So the first thing I want to do is to change the colors. So I think for this, hello Deshabi, thanks for joining the stream. I think it's probably honestly easier if I just use a Windows kind of program to just change the colors from those on my iPad, just to make it slightly easier, slightly quicker. So let's change, let's open GIMP or something. And I'll just we'll just do a color picker to choose all of these. What's the sniffing tool in Windows? Okay. We'll save this as a Serenum Sokoban. First 3 levels. And then if we open this, if GIMP can handle this, okay, which it can. I spoke too soon. GIMP, allow me to open a file, please. Okay. Okay. So then if we do like I drop this, there's probably like an easier way of doing this, a faster way, but this is easy. Okay, so this is light blue, and then this one is the red. Then we want the yellow. Then the gray. Then what else? It's like the green. Then the orange. And then I think that's possibly it. What have we got? Not that. Yeah, unless I'm missing something, this is enough for now. So let's get this back into the Serenum stuff then. Okay, so switching keywords. So we want to do trim out. Okay, yeah, so this rock color we actually want to be the gray, so it's the B4. This water we want to be the light blue, 81B6, B6EA. The red is, oh, hang on. These colors are going to be incorrect because I'm currently entering them red, red, green, green, blue, blue. But I'm just going to continue doing this until I've copied all of them over, then we'll just switch them. So yeah, so the red here is, the roof is E8 8080. The yellow is FFFF81. The green is 78EF78. And this brown is, I guess the brown is orange. FFD09C. Okay, and that is kind of all we needed. So let's save this. I opened the program in read-only mode instead of... Okay, I'm gonna have to do all of that again, annoyingly. I forgot about this, evidently. Okay, now it's the dark gray-green background, so we can actually edit this. Okay, kind of while we're at it, let's just enter these correctly in the correct order now. So the rock, which is gray, is now, this one is still B4. The water though is now EA B6 81. The roof is 8080E8. The yellow is 81FFF. The green 78EF 78. And this was 9C D0. Okay. Now let's save this. Okay. And now let's put it in the background. Control Alt Delete. And then we'll compile this and just check that, you know, the colors look like what I want. Okay, so how do we compile again? Let's go to a different workspace. The caps lock 2. We want to move to our Sokoban. What was the command again? It looks like this one. Okay, and then if we want to run it, if we go to productor Sokoban, okay, basically the colors from the iPad, but I don't like how light the gray is here, so I'm going to make that a bit darker. But otherwise then, we're good to progress into the next part. So yeah, so let's head back to the editor and start adding in the strings for the level. Make this full screen again. And yeah, now I can, let's make this full screen. Get rid of this. Okay. So we want this gray to be darker, so we'll make this 333333. And then time to add in the string stuff. Okay. So first up, is this going to error if I start increasing the length of this string? I don't think so. Since we are defining the level height, or we have defined the level height and the level width directly from this, so it should be okay. Okay, so now, yeah, we need to copy this stuff in. So actually, I'll go back to like this version of the screen. And yeah, where should we start? So each of these have a width of 16. Okay, so the previous level I have here has been slightly adjusted as well. Maybe it's actually easier just to start again. I am kind of feeling that. Okay. So we've got our 16 O's here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. water, 1, 2, 3, water, rock, water, rock, rock, water. And then on the next screen, rock, water, rock, rock, water, 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 rock, water, and then the roofs. Okay. Then we've got rock, the garden, garden, or grass, grass. Then heaps of water. Oh, should be good to count. Heaps of water until the final 2. Then 3 rocks. And then a lot of water until here. And then the next ones are paths. Okay, then okay, okay. Another thing to note is that like this string is going to represent currently 3 screens, and when we program the character movement, we'll have to program like transitioning between the screens. But this will do for the moment. Grass, path, roof, roof. Water, water, rock. And then lots of water until here. I've got 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 roofs, 2 waters, 7 roofs. And then lots of waters until path, path, roof. Okay, now it's 4 paths. Water, rock. Water, 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 rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roof. Path, 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 roof. Water, water, roof, roof. Roof. And then many paths. Then we've got a boat, or at least the start of one. And then more water until roof, 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 roof. Okay, let's save this. Okay, 30% of the way there. 33% of the way there. So now it's rock, path, then just all waters until we're near the boundary, and then it's a roof. And it's a roof, then a path, and then the building. Then here it's 2 paths, 2 roofs, more paths, boat, boat, and then waters till the very end. Now we've got path, boat, boat, water, rock, water, 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 rock, 5 waters, roof, roof, path, then more of the building with the same pattern. And then it's roof, path, 6 roof, water, And waters until the end, except there's a rock. Okay. Save. Now it's boat, boat, water, water, rock. And then waters all the way to more roof. And then the building changes a bit here. This is now roof, roof, path, roof, roof. Path, path. Roof, path. It's kind of the same. Except now there's a rock here. Which is very important for this level. Otherwise it would be too easy. And then rocks. And now end of the boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, rock. More double roofs path. Now we've got water up until the path here. Roof, path, path. Roof, roof, path, path, roof. Water. And then 2 roofs here. Okay, 66% of the way there. Save. And now we've got, actually I can get rid of all of this. This is not needed anymore. Now we've got lots of water. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rock. 1, 2, more waters up to the path. And then path, 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 roof, path, path, roof, waters, path, roof. Like now I'm doing this, I'm like super excited to be working on this game again. Like this morning when I woke up, I was like, I should do this, but I kind of should work on the main game as well. But I'm like, no, it's good to do some more progress. Now I'm like, oh yeah, this game is dope. It will be dope. Now it's just paths all the way. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, roof, roof, path, roof, roof, path, roof, roof, path, path, roof. Water here, here. Then rock, rock. Water's up to here. And then 4 roofs. And then more paths. Then it's 2 more roofs. More paths. Water, 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 rock. Water, 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 roof, roof. And then finally, last line for now. Because there's gonna be this is at least 3 levels out of 16, and I should probably make more. 5 path, boat, boat, rock, rock, water, water, rock, water, water. Roofs all along the bottom until water, rock, water, 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 rock, water, water, water. Okay. That took a while, but now it's in the game. So now let's suspend this and compile again. Switch to workspace 2. And then compile. And then I'll worry about like centering the screen and getting that stuff working later. If this works, the next task is to start drawing a character, get them moving. Yeah. In particular, get them moving on the path and not in the ocean. Get them moving on the paths and on the boats. The boat logic is going to be hard, and we'll do that later. Yeah, this is kind of what this is not what I expected. Why is the screen getting clipped on the right-hand side? Because this is rendering in a 4:3 aspect ratio, I think. And so if I were to adjust the size of the squares here to something smaller, we should get something that kind of looks like what I want. Let's just do that. And then, okay, now I'm done with this. I can make it full screen again. Let's see. And then I can just make sure that the screen matches what. Yeah. I'm now doing the full Serenum screen now. Yeah. Thanks for the nudge. Yeah. So now we need to adjust the size of the squares, which is just tile size. So let's set this to 20, for example. And then the gray was a bit too dark. I want this to be lighter. So let's change this to like 666666. Okay, we'll save that, and then suspend the process. Oops. Compile it again. Perhaps 2. Okay. Yeah, this game is gonna be. It can have some really challenging puzzles, and I'm gonna try and make them just like moderately challenging. I don't want to spend like 10 hours making a game that people play in 10 minutes. Like, that makes no sense. Okay. But the game will easily be an hour long. Okay, this is what I want, I think. At least this is fine for now. Like, doubtlessly these levels are going to change as time goes on, but for the moment these are alright. I think. Although I feel like I've forgotten. I feel like something here is slightly off. In either case. Yeah, let's get on with the character movement stuff. So, in terms of what I want the character to look like, I'm just going to somewhat shamelessly take inspiration, which means copy, from some of the most famous Sokobans ever made. In particular, that by a mathematician at the University of Washington, Jonah Ostrov, who created the basically masterpiece of a game idea, of a game design called Heroes of Sokoban. Where is it? It is so good. People don't even know how good this is. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of take this character model and just like adapt it. So, so this should be simple enough. It's like, how would we break this down in terms of rectangles? It probably would be easy to draw just like the hat is one rectangle, the face is another rectangle, the kind of body is like two rectangles. How does this thing go? And then the feet is like two rectangles. I think this will be enough to get us going. Oops. Undo. Okay, now I'm just like playing the game, but okay. Enough distraction. So it's 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 5, 3, 2 separate ones. So yeah, 3, 3, 5, 3, and the feet. So let's get that in the game. You are pressing like Control 1 and Caps Lock 1. I will get these correct one day. Okay, and now for this, while I just get the character right, how about we disable some of the other drawing just to make things a bit clearer. I can also move this back to like 50. So in our render function, let's like change the background color to like light gray, because if we have defined light gray, yes we have. And then we'll disable the grid drawing. So we'll loop through all of this, but we won't actually call the new rectangle function. And then, since we're going to be drawing this character in different locations, it would make sense to just have like a separate procedure that's called like draw character, where we pass in coordinates and it gets drawn on the screen with those. But before doing that, let's just draw something on the screen and then we can factor the code out. So let's say after we draw this, let's say we say draw the character. So yeah, it was the rectangles were like, let's see if I can remember. So it was kind of like the character had some hat here, and then they had some like face, and then it was like body, a kind of midsection, and then some like feet. So basically this. So we want to turn this into, you just want to call some rectangles. This is going to require at least 3 colors, like a color for the hat, for the body, some kind of like face color, and then some like boots colors. So let's just define those. So we can call these like environment colors. Environment colors. And then we can say character colors. Character colors. Now we want to have absoluta. We'll call it like hat. Like, technically, we could make the hat and the body different colors, but I'll make them the same for now. We'll call this hat body is equal to well, why don't we just make this red to begin with? Super bright red. And then the absoluta, I call it like face color. Oh yeah, what should this even be? Like skin colors are so nuanced and like difficult to get. Like as humans, we so often look at faces that if like the color's slightly off, it's like you immediately know it's a fake color. It's in the Heroes of Sokoban game. It was a weird pink color, right? No one's actually that pink. We could use like the color picker app, I suppose. It may just be easier to just like pick some temporary color. Like some kind of like yellow or brown or something. I don't know. Why don't we say let's just use like the current brown color we have, and then we can update it later. So 9C D0, even though like it would look kind of red, but it won't, like it's fine for the moment. And then we want like the boots or the feet. Absoluta. And I'm calling this like, I feel like color should be like, should have like a prefix for all of these. We'll update this. Raw color, watercolor, color. Oh, I can just be copying this. Okay. And then let's kind of make this basically black, but maybe like not like no boots are like super black. They are not. Is it like the black body radiation, whatever they're called? Okay, so now we've got that. Let's change the color switch to reflect like the raw colors and stuff. So here it is. So this is meant to be raw color, watercolor, roof color, path color, grass color. I'm not sure what. Okay, this is referring to the types of. The types of characters. I don't think there's any need for this anymore. There's a huge level map that contains all of these things. And a moderately sized level map. And then, okay, drawing character time. So now let's call new rectangle a couple of times. So we want to say new rectangle frame. Okay, this is where like the size stuff starts mattering. To begin with, let's make everything we'll make all of these rectangle widths relative to some other size. We'll make things like a multiple of them. So let's say how do I define a variable again? Okay, let's say n32. Make it s64. We'll call this like character size, and we'll move this up to like an absoluter later. Okay, we'll say the character size is maybe like 50 for now, and then okay. So I'm saying like when this is like 50, let's just assume like this coordinate would be 0, 0. This coordinate is 1, 0, 2, 0. No. That's the we want like matrix convention, like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 1, 4, etc. So the kind of corner offset we want here is character size is really big. Call it C size. Character size times 1, 0, and then we have to specify the width of these things. So the width is just 3 times the character size. The height is just one of the character sizes. And then the color itself. And this was the height color. Okay. So then we want to do the face strip. So now we want to do let's copy this. Since this is basically the same strip, except it's now being moved down a bit. Now the y coordinate is the character size. And that's kind of it. Everything else aside from the face color is the same. The next strip is wider, but the one after that is kind of the same, and then we've got the boots that we'll deal with. Okay. Just to make it easier to pass, let's make this consistent. So yeah, the offset of the first two and let's make this super consistent as well. So yeah, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, this should be 5, 3. The height of all of these rectangles is 1. And then it's what, it was like hat body color, I think. And then it's hat body. And more hat body. Okay, and then we need to write the shoes. Okay, and so for these we now want to do, also let's just wrap these in a comment. So we kind of want to draw 2 separate rectangles now. So for the first one, the position is now 4 and has a size of only 1 by 1. And then for the second one, the offset is now 0, 1, 2, 3, but otherwise it's kind of the same. Okay. I think that's it. So let's best viewers on this. Oh, is that I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's compile this and see the result. And then if this is working, we'll wrap this up in a function that allows us to draw it in at a specific point. And then we can start working on the movement logic. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. That looks good to me, except for the boot color. Like, I'm not sure why the boot color is red. I thought we specified that to be something else, but we can change that. Okay. This is good. This game, progress is being made. So yeah, oh yeah, and this wasn't meant to be hat body color, this was like boot color. Boots plural color. Okay. So yeah, we can get rid of this now. Let's wrap this up in a different procedure and specify the size. Okay, so let's think about this for a bit. The size of this character is going to need to be relative to the tile size. In particular, I want the height and width of the character to be the tile size. So this tile size is just like a multiple of 5, a multiple of 10, so this is already fine. But it would probably make sense when we I'm kind of thinking if there would be any utility in doing stuff with floats. So there's a potential problem. Okay, like say I was to like divide 50 by like 5, do stuff that way, and set the coordinates of the rectangles that way, things will look fine. But if I were to change the 50 into some number that's not divisible by 5, say like 51, then everything would be slightly off, and I wouldn't really like the look of that. I think a way to go about this is just to require that the tile size is a multiple of 5 for the moment. And then later on, we could do something more complicated, but I'm going to say this for the moment. Kind of note, like, yeah, in order for the character render to not look slightly off, make the tile size a multiple of 5. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna want to redefine the character size as 20% of the tile size. Okay, so let's copy this and put it in a procedure. Where to put this? Maybe, yeah, where should this go? Maybe after the switch for the environmental colors. Okay. So, let's just call this again, like, procedure color switch render character. Ooh, we're gonna have to pass in like a frame and some other stuff, but this is okay. I'm not even sure what the type of that is. We'll see. We can dive into the new rectangle source code if need be in order to find this out. So yeah, so we want to do a render character. The frame goes here. We'll figure this out later. Then the position. So let's just have an X position, and then a Y position. And what should the types of these be? Given that every screen is like 16 pixels by 12 pixels, it could make sense to have the character position just be some U8, but I think it would be easier if we just like work with a kind of default large size integers, which I think should be like sine 64. And then we'll do modulo operation. There should be division. There should be division in modulo somewhere. Okay, so we've got all of those. We pass in those coordinates, and then this is like a void, so maybe we do this. Okay, so now we want to define the size in terms of the tile size. So let's say the character size is now going to equal the tile size divided by 5. Actually, and then we need to offset these with the correct positions. How do we do this? The only coordinates we need to touch are the arguments we need to touch are the second and the third. And so for the x offset, when I'm saying pos x, pos y here, what I really want is like tile x, tile y. Like we're counting the tiles we want to draw these things on. And in which case we want to offset the x by the tile x times the tile size, and then add that to that small rectangle offset. And I guess this is going to be, everything is going to be relative to this, so we can just copy and paste all of this stuff. We can do some copy pastoring. Offset that, offset this, offset. Then we need to adjust the y coordinate as well. So now this would be tile y times the tile size plus, and then copy paste. I'm kind of not liking that this line is already wrapping though. I don't like this at all. Let's just make an abbreviation. Tile size will now be called TS. Oh, I miss my Emacs macros so much. So much. Okay. Yeah, so then over here, yeah, this is more sustainable. Okay, let's copy this and then get it pasting. Okay. So now we need to sort out what this frame argument to the new rectangle is. What actually is this? What is the frame? It's an N64. No. So we've got like a frame begin. Oh, it's a type noob frame. Okay. So we'll just call it noob frame. Okay, and then now we just call it. So now we say like rent a character, and then we'll give it some numbers. So so now let's go back to rendering the grid, and now render the character. Render character frame and then the sizes. So let's move this at like 3.5 for instance. Okay, and then things will slightly be off, but since we're not drawing the we need to sort out the alignment stuff of like the way the grid's being drawn, but they should at least draw it not on the top right if it compiles. Oh dear. Genus illegitimum. Illegitimum. Why doesn't... Am I giving it the arguments in the wrong direction? Possibly. Although I thought I had kind of copied that off the other one. Oh no, I totally have. It's type first, then variable name. But that was a very helpful compiler error message. S64. Okay, now that's saved. Compiling time again. Oh no. Alright, I'm using the Zig syntax. Is hard to forget when all you've been doing is programming a 3D level editor in Zig. Not easy, but it has been satisfying. In some ways. Okay, save. Save. Suspend. We are compiling this. Okay, it doesn't like void. How do I do a void return in the Brevis language? I am unsure. Potentially the documentation has some information on this. You could check this out. Where would the documentation be? Would it be in the examples? Would it be higher up? It isn't here. Documenta. Go into the Brevis. And you can check out the F1, the basics. What it was it control, was it caps lock S to like scroll, or was it control S here to scroll? So maybe stuff is just left off. If it doesn't have any return type, it's just empty. This is what this one is looking like. The normal procedure. Give this a go. And yeah, given how this language takes inspiration from Odin, this is the default thing in Odin for returning for a procedure declaration that has no return type. Although in Zig you will get failed. Zig says no, you must specify it. Let's compile, or attempt to compile again. I swear I'm going to be making these comma errors for a very long time. Okay. We will get used to it. We will learn eventually. Okay, looking good so far. Maybe this is going to compile. Okay, it has. Let's see what it looks like. Aha! Okay. Character there, and one of the boots is not the correct color, but that's kind of looking that's kind of what I wanted. Okay, so now let's talk about the next step. So I think the next steps will be getting the screen drawn to the correct size. So in particular, since this is a game where the aspect ratio is 4:3, and eventually there's going to be there's going to be way more graphical detail than what's here currently. It probably would make sense to just set the resolution to be something that's the multiple of 4:3. Once we have that, it would then be really straightforward to size it up correctly. We simply set the tile size to be the screen height divided by 12. Or probably the easier, the more, yeah. And then once that happens, there's then no weird offset we need to do when we're drawing the character. It's just literally the code that we currently have. Okay, so let's get that working, and then we'll add in the key movement. So yeah, let's go back into our editor. Oh, it is hot here. Okay. So yeah, so we have this like new graphic setup 3. And 440 by 1080 is not a multiple of 43. So why don't we make this like the 800 by 600? I think this monitor would be able to handle it. We'll see. So we'll make this mode 1. And then since the tile size depends on this, we can set the tile size here actually. So let's say absolute tile size is equal to the 800 divided by 16. And then, now that's correct. Well, now that's been set. We can go back to the screen drawing stuff and simplify it a bit. So when we're drawing this screen, so the resolution is now 800 by 600. I forget, was this mode 2? No, this was mode 1. Set by mode 1 above. There's now this like corner offset stuff. So the corner offset is just 0 now. Where did we define corner offset? Down here. 0. And we can get rid of this tile size. Let's copy this and move it to where it's defined. I should also add in like the game screen. Since basically every screen of the game is a set of 12 by 16 by 12 tiles. We just set the tile size to be yeah, like the exact like the necessary size so that the game tiles fill the entire screen. Okay. So that explains that part. Okay, so now the character is drawing and should be drawn at like the correct position. We want to get like the movement stuff working. So, eventually the movement is going to be determined by like the tiles. There'll be some simple logic there. But since I haven't yet done anything with key input, I think I just want to kind of unlock the character to begin with. And we just by pressing the arrow keys, the character will move around without any constraints to begin with. This itself will be a large enough task. Once we've got that working, we can then even adjust like the screen rendering so that when the character walks off one screen, the game like draws the next set of blocks. Yeah, there's like already like the game has a lot of work ahead of it. But yeah, let's get started on this. Okay, so reading the keyboard events. How does this work? Okay, so we have like a pointer to a new key event, next key event. I've started to forget these names again. If the key event is 0, D sign, which means something. This is what we're doing right now. And then key event.clavis is 30 space. Okay, so already to begin with, we'll need to figure out what arrow keys correspond to what hex, because I don't know. I suppose a way to do this would be to read the source code of noob key event. Not sure where that is though, but we'll find it and just see how that logic works. But otherwise it would just be like we just add in lots of like sci-v statements where Sci-way statements where is it Sci-way statements where we just switch on these keys. Okay, so let's find out where the noob next key event is. It's going to be in one of these fulcra. I don't think it will be in strings. Maybe in basis arena. Okay, we'll have to check out everything that's not strings. Why is the first line of this like not a okay. Didn't expect pressing delete there to do that, but it happened. Okay, in either case, we want to check out the fulcra. So let's go into the codex and into the fulcra. Oh, okay. What even were the names of these things? We can check them out. So we want to do. Let's print out F1. Let's print out the just the source, our source so far. F1. Control S. Scroll up. And so we want to check out the procedura imperatoris, the basis serena, and the registio for the noob, for the key pressing events. Okay, so let's open in read-only mode now. The first of these, the procedure this thing. So a lot of syscalls. Get CPU to computer Apollo time offset. Okay, it's not in here, but this is good to know. This is like syscall stuff. So yeah, we'll quit out of this. And what was the next one we wanted to investigate? We want to check out the basis serena. Get program arguments. Oh, so this like mem copy and some other things are in here. Okay. Ah, new bend frame. Okay, here we go. So this is, we are using these procedures in our game. Okay. So the noob frame is just a struct that is some pointer to pixels, and then it's like 4-byte pixels, and then a width and a height. Okay. What's the start frame? Add firma basis. Dom basis. This. Okay. And then, okay, here's our rectangle drawing function we're doing a lot. Noob draw rect ASM, which is below. Okay. So yeah, we should at some stage read this assembly and figure out exactly how the drawing function is happening. But for the moment, maybe it's okay. We can come back to this. Just knowing that noob rectangle is something that it does some like small calculations and then just calls a assembly function is useful. Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's saying if we're passing in some signed integers for the x and y coordinates, and if these are negative, then set x and y to 0 and increase the width by x. Like what's that needed for? Why would you want to increase the width by x? A bit unclear. If the x plus the width is greater than the frame width, just move it back to the frame width. Okay. As in just like fill up the entire frame. Okay. This part I get. And then it comes the assembly stuff. So then we say, oh. Not totally clear why the frame width is being multiplied by 4 here. Or kind of what this is doing either. Why are we like multiplying this by kind of 4? Yeah. Okay. So in this assembly loop we're saying I'm gonna need to brush up on my RISC-V assembly. It has been a while. Okay. Look, whatever's going on is working. That's so far. I will understand this eventually. Okay, back to the task at hand, which was finding not something doing a new rectangle, but we're doing key presses. Okay. Where do we do the key input from? Oh, there's a read entire file. Very handy. Out of bounds, aborts, printing color characters, arena stuff. Okay, so the key press doesn't seem to be in here. Okay. Such a case, so let's check out the next thing, the regestio. Oopsie. And if it's not in here, I'll be really confused as to where it actually is. Like it could be in strings, but that would be a bit surprising. Oh no, have I gone past it? Have I missed it? So there's some like base 16 things. Oh no, I don't know where it is. Uh-oh. I mean, could it be in strings? Surely not. Like, what actually is this doing? Retro by pointer. Okay, yeah, let's quit out of this. I mean, let me just read the strings to see what's in there anyway. Okay. This is all good stuff to know. Okay, some UTF-8 stuff. Like string compare, string split that we've used already. Whoa, this looks heavy duty. What's going on in here? Constitute class indice generic. Okay. Okay, so where is this key press stuff happening then? I do not know. One thing we could do, this is a bit of a cheese, but it's fine, would be just to like look at the Pong game, since in the Pong game you do press the left and right keys. And then at least we can at least add that in, and then presumably we can guess what presumably the left and right arrow key hex codes are like clustered with the others, and then we could actually just guess for the other ones. But I don't like that. But we try. We tried doing something. Okay, so let's look at the source code for the Pong game then. So yeah, let's go out of the check out the examples. And in particular, in these examples, we'll check out the Pong. Oh, actually, hang on, what am I doing? Like, I don't need to go to the Pong game. We can check out Nick's color picking app, since that itself used all of the keys from memory. Yeah. I haven't downloaded Nick's new version of the app, but I just want to confirm that I do use all of the arrow keys in this. If we do color.pb, this should like use all of the arrow keys. Oh, and this is now 1920 by 1080 screen. Yeah. This uses both the left and right arrow keys. So this is what we want. So yeah, we'll check out the source of this and learn accordingly. So go into the codecs, and then let's edit the script edit, because we want to copy stuff. Color dot let me see. Okay, so the arrow key stuff. Where is this? Zero, none, one left, two right. This kind of looks like it here, key event stuff. Okay, so 53 is right, 54 is left, 55 is down, and 56 is up. I could try and remember that, or I can just copy. That is the easier thing to do. Copy. Now let's quit out of this. And we'll go back into our Sokoban. Oh, this was our compiling screen. So yeah, Sokoban, codecs. Let's edit the Sokoban libc. Now we can paste this stuff in. So if under the read keyboard events, Control-V. And really, what from this do we want? We want to know which corresponds to right and which corresponds to left. Really, this should be, we should define these with like an enum. Let's start writing that immediately. So let's do, so yeah, how are we gonna do enums? We'll just do like an absolute enum. Absolute key right is equal to 53. Okay, and then we'll want left, down, and up. Let's just order these as left, right, up, down. Whoa, what just happened? Was that my keyboard? It's times like this where I just want Emacs. I could have like made this in 5 seconds in Emacs. Anyway. Okay. So now we want to just like set all of these. So the right is 53, down is 55, up is 56. And then left is 54. Okay. Now that these have been defined, let's move them to our constant area. Key presses are more important than colors, so let's move these. Let's even move these above like the corner offset. Key, but like yeah, key press enum, basically. Okay. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's start using these key events. So what's the logic in each of these? It's just scyway key event dot clavis dereference. If that equals the key event, then yeah, then do something. But what's this key event premature do? Is this like hold? In neither case, I think we will be fine without this for the moment. But let's just copy this in case we need it. So yeah, we'll move this to like the helpful code section at the bottom. And if we want this character just to be like walking around when we press key presses, let's create some globals for this and start modifying them with these key presses. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Where's our main function? Okay, noob main is the main function. So I guess here we could say S64 character xpos is equal to 0, and at S64 the character ypos is equal to 0. Maybe it would be nice to do this with structs. We're going to keep it simple for the moment. And then now when we render the character, we want to render them at the xpos and the ypos. Maybe we'll just call it like car xpos and car ypos. Where's the render stuff? Render character. Character xpos. Character ypos. Save. And now we need to write the actual key update stuff, which is here. So, and while we're here, we may as well update space and escape with the proper keys. So call this key space is 30, and this is going to be key escape. And so space is 30. Let's just copy it. It's easier to copy. Absoluta key space is this thing, and then the escape key is 2D. Okay. So yeah, back to this stuff. That's equal to key space, do that. That's equal to escape, do that. Now we need to add in our arrow stuff. So to do here, it's going to be, the space in this game is going to control the position of the boat control, toggle boat control. But we will get to that on a later stream. For now, you want to say if the key event is equal to left, we're going to reduce the x position by 1, minus equals 1. And basically all of the keys will do something very similar. this is totally temporary. We need to actually do like proper logic, but this is fine for the moment. This is very temporary. Change this to like attempted, like and like attempted move proc. Okay. So yeah, if it's key left, reduce that. If instead it's a key right, increase the xpos. Otherwise, we're doing stuff with the Y positions. If it's a key up, move the Y position up. Otherwise, if it's down, move that down. Okay. Lots of code changes. I want to attempt to compile this now, and we can see the result. Which was our compiling one? This looks like it here. So we wanted to do, was it LBC? Is it CLB? CLB, the codecs, then the file handle that we are sending, we want to compile this to. Oh, no. It's CLB codecs, then the name of the file that we want to compile in here. So sokoban.lbc. And then the name of the file that we're writing the output to, which is sokoban.pd. Oh no. Trace of stack empty, program crashed. Did I type in this command wrong? Oh no, this is failing. Why? Oh, I think it's a semicolon error. Okay. Because of course it is. Let's get that working. Okay, where did I forget a semicolon? Or is it the same mistake I made quite a few streams ago and Sam pointed out to me that I was like missing a C non statement or something. I think that's what it is. So if I do C non here instead, save, suspend, go back to the compiler. Oh no, it still doesn't like this. How annoying. The compiler is not telling us what is wrong. Okay, I really don't know what's like going on with like the. Let's just make all of these C. Like, kind of, who cares if multiple buttons are pressed at the same time. Oh, I shouldn't have quit that. Oops. Oops. What's wrong? What's wrong with this? If we can't, if we can't figure this out, I might have to just like pause the stream and post this to the Discord and wait for someone else to figure it out. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do that at all. Okay, so let's edit. Oh, Sokoban. Oh, I know why. It's because like all of this stuff. Clearly it's because of all of this. Okay. That was quite silly. Okay. Also too, we're like defining these absolutes here when we should move them up instead. So let's copy those. Yeah, let's just read through this entire file again. Oh, hang on. Okay. I already moved the keys up here. So let's just get rid of them completely. We don't need this second copy of them. Okay, this is now looking better. Okay, we've defined how do you spell initialize? And then how do you write it in a QWERTY keyboard? I'm like, I write, like in Dvorak it would just be like initialize or something like that. Initialize, game or like character state. And we've got our string data that later on we will like process this into some grid. Oh, hello Galaxy Media. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm working on a Sokoban game in a new computing system known as the Serenum by Sam H. Smith. And so this is, I'm working in a custom programming language that ships with the system, with its own compiler, with kind of everything. Yeah, okay. So now we've like cleared off the weird stuff. We should have a better chance at compiling this. No, compile. Another crash. Oh dear. Maybe there is more weird source code to clean up. Okay. So yeah, it's yeah, the Serenum currently this is a text editor that comes with the system. But yeah, doing stuff like, it's not as if the text editor yet has like an inbuilt compiler. You need to switch to the window manager in order to do this kind of things. Okay, so let's read through this again to see if I've made something silly. Done something silly. It could be another semicolon error somewhere, since that was appearing in the error messages. But it annoyingly didn't tell us the line. Is it this thing here? Are the control flow statements meant to end with semicolons? Okay, it doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, is there a link or something to the Serenum? Yeah, I can totally show you where this is. So yeah, if you were to search samhsmith.com, you get here. You then have the samhsmith.com/Serenum. This is then if you get to this page, you have found the page about the computing system. So yeah, Sam was like partially motivated to provide a solution to the 30 million line problem. This itself is a great talk if you haven't seen it already. It basically describes how the number of lines of code in computer operating systems have grown at a completely unacceptable rate. Like, initially in the early 90s, it was small enough that it could be feasible for someone to like read through it and understand most of the operating system code. But now it's like, no one's going to read through like 20 million lines of code. It is too much. And so the Serenum system, it's very readable. When you can read RISC-V assembly, which we're getting to, it's a lot more self-contained. And yeah, a lot of OS design has been based around drivers. The Serenum has 0 drivers and will never have any. And yeah, every couple of months there's a new update. In particular, the last update contained like the window manager, which I've been using extensively in the stream. But yeah, that's where I'd recommend going first. So yeah. Actually, I can do this. Okay, but yeah, back to the back to the debugging. What's happening? Okay, so I do suspect it's failing somewhere in this key code we just added in. I guess an easy way to test with it would just be to comment everything out. So let's just get rid of all of this to begin with, and see if this compiles. See, Control-2, compile. No, this is failing as well. Really? What is failing? What is failing in here? Yeah, what do we do that's like causing this error? I have no idea at all. Like, where do we even begin? The system doesn't have a debugger, so that's not an option. Could it be this? Could these be failing because we're not passing them like a number with the appropriate number of bits? I'd be really surprised if this is the case, but it could be. I guess it's worth a go. And I forget if this is like the correct ending in this, but we'll see. Okay, so that's like, again, I'd be surprised if that's the case, but it could be that. I mean, especially since we're defining stuff like this. Oh, could it be this? Potentially an absoluta is unable to do arithmetic expressions. This may be it. Okay, let's adjust this. Okay, math time. 800 divided by 16 is what? 50, I guess. Okay. Oh wait, that was just the tile. That was the tile size we were using all along. Okay. Okay, what else could be wrong? If this is the case, I might need to send an email to Sam. Actually, I feel like that's it. I wanna test this. Let's try compiling this. So try again. But yeah, originally Galaxy Media, I was thinking of making like the game I was thinking of making for this was going to be a terminal-based game, and then basically like the day before I began working on it, Sam released this graphical update, and I'm like, okay, I guess I can actually make proper looking games now. Oh yeah, this looks like it's going to compile. Great. Let's test this out. Okay. Aha, okay. So the character isn't moving because we commented out this stuff, but we're really close. As soon as I uncomment that code, the character should be moving. Oh, we also need to update the color of the character's left foot. Okay, and while we're at it, let's change these absolutas back to the ones without a bajillion zeros. Okay. Save, and then for this stuff here, let's compile with this now. Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Galaxy Media says, oops, hang on. I wanted to compile this. Exit, compile. Galaxy Media says, yeah, is this whole driverless thing achieved by only supporting specific hardware? Yeah, the hardware for the Serenum is completely custom hardware. And so I'm pretty sure Sam 3D printed his own case for the hardware. I think Sam did get a RISC-V microcontroller from a couple places. I think he maybe made a custom motherboard. I haven't actually taken apart the internals of the Serenum, although that could be an interesting stream actually, and kind of checked out the components. But yeah, since he's literally built his own computer from scratch, except the like, you know, making a microcontroller from scratch is not feasible, but you know, he built all of that together, ships it. He can then be completely certain that code that will run on one device, Serenum computer, will work on every other Serenum computer. So, yeah. Okay. Aha! And cool. We can now move. Oh, okay. It looked as though the character was moving, and then suddenly it crashed. Okay. So the character can move left and right, no trouble. This is cool. But as soon as I press down, it fails. Okay. But now we get like a pretty detailed error message. The program crashed. This is often because you did something bad with the pointer. The program counter tells you which instruction caused the crash. The associated value will be the pointer in question for memory access violations. Yeah, this is quite a surprise. Oh, wait, could this be because we press down to go down the screen, but that's actually like changing the coordinate from 0 to -1, and then that's stuffing it up. I think that's the problem. Okay, but if I were to press up, that's going to increase the y coordinate and actually move it down. Okay. So yeah, everything's kind of fine here. We can move up and down. The problem is currently pressing up is moving the character down, and vice versa. Yeah, so we need to, one, correct that, and two, make it so that if any of these indices, yeah, I know, right, Galaxy Media, it's such a classic like mistake. We'll do like something with like the array like index checking, so that if any of these like values do go below 0, we get some kind of error. That's a lot of effort. An easy option is just to say, when you do the calculation, take the maximum of 0 and whatever the number is, and then if it goes to -1, it gets automatically corrected. Okay, so let's just add this in. So yeah, key up is actually decrementing this by 1, and key down is increasing this by 1. And then we want to do like the maximum thing. So if this were Odin or Zig, there are built-in functions for maximums of things. I'm not sure if the Brevis language has this. I'm not even sure how to like figure out if it has this. Okay, in either case, we can just do like the super easy if statement correction. So we can just say if we only need to do this on the -1s. If a character y pos is less than 0, then simply make it equal to 0. And character y pos is equal to 0. And we just do a similar thing up here. How do we want to indent this? Yeah, if the character x pos is less than 0, make it 0. Okay, save, and we'll get back to this. Save, compile. Oh, wait, huh? Oh, why is this not compiling? Necessarily quad if appellator. I do not know of anything that is called if. Oops, that's right. We're not programming in an English language, we are programming in Latin. So it should be C instead. C that or C this. Okay. Try again. Yeah, yeah. Like I've spent less than 10 hours with this language, so I'm still, and the language itself is still like super early, and so it's a process. Let's put it this way: trying to debug with ChatGPT in this language would get you nowhere. Okay, let us try and. Okay, now the up, down, left, right buttons are working correctly. If I move to the left of the screen, it doesn't crash. If I go to the top of the screen, it doesn't crash either. And I can go off the screen and come back. Okay. And then once again, I forgot to change the boot color. We will do this. Okay, so now we have to do the more difficult programming segment, which is to do the logic behind the movement. So this character is meant to walk on paths and on boats and on grass and nothing else. However, I don't want to do the logic of this based on like strings. Like it's because the character is going to control boats, the boats themselves are going to move. I don't want to do like string updates with these boats. I think we're going to now have to create a static array and import the string into this static array, and then redo our render function so that it draws kind of from that static array. Then once we've got that working, add in the character movement logic for that array. And then like, you know, if you then press upwards and that would take your character into the water, we then just forbid that. Currently nothing will happen, maybe later on we'll add it in an animation, but for now, not the case. Okay, where's the render character function? Okay. So yeah, when the y coordinate here is 4, we want this one to be the boots color 2. And then that's that small bug fixed. And then, yeah, and Galaxy Media says, yeah, like puzzle games are the best kind of games, both programming them and playing them. I completely agree. Yeah. Like they have some of my favorite games are not puzzle games, but not many. This is stuff like Res, in particular, the PSVR 2 version of Res Infinite, where you play the game entirely by pressing a single button and using your eyes because of the eye tracking of that system. And every time it's there's no what like it's the game is a genre of its own. It's just like a techno party in your head, basically. And yeah, there are some others. Okay, so we need to do the static array creation. So I possibly copied some code down to do this from earlier. Is it in here? This kind of looks like it. So this says a pointer to a 2x2 matrix of bytes, call it S matrix, and then a camper with locker, this space, what's the one is the number. What does the I do again? The I is something, we'll figure it out. Maybe the I is like the data. Okay, so I think this is what will be needed. And so So in the current string stuff of the game, we have all of this. We then apply the string split string library function to it to get it into a bunch of things, into a spatia of spatium. And then we're going to want to go through this. Okay. So there should be some like assert function, but maybe for now let's just work with this in and add in, we'll add in like asserts later to do add in an assert here to fail if the string is of the wrong dimensions. Okay, but for the moment, so we want a matrix where the width is 12 and the height here is going to be 16 times 3. This itself might cause a compilation error, so let's just multiply 16 by 3 in our head. It should be 48, right? And then it's more like the lines themselves are 48 characters long. There's 12 of them. Okay, and now we want to like import the string into this thing. So how do we do this? We just have a loop, and we've done loops before, so we can just copy the code for this, basically. So yeah, so we say like dom, while this is happening, prolata an increase, do this, and then something else. Oh, no, undo, what's undo? Oh, no undo. Oh dear, we've got this under control. Okay, so yeah, copy. And basically we want to go through each of this spatia and then set the bytes of this S matrix to like the appropriate thing. Okay. It would be good to have an enum for this, but since I don't know how to do enums in this programming language yet, because I'm not even sure if they exist in this programming language yet, let's just make another kind of fake enum up here. I'm not sure why is this stuff here. Did I paste that down? I did paste that down now. Let's move the color note down here. And up here, now we'll do like the grid stuff. So you want to say like tile enum. Okay, so yeah, how is this gonna work? Let's just copy the tile names from these tile colors. So we'll have a rock, we'll have water, we'll have a roof, have a path, we have the grass, and we'll have a bow. And let's just, yeah, we need to give these some numbers. Like, ultimately, I guess since we're using this enum, it won't really matter what these numbers are, but I still want them to be somewhat sensible. So I feel like the biggest thing in this game is the water, and so I think the water should be a 0. Actually, I'm gonna keep it in the same order. Weird stuff happens when there are different conventions around the place. Make that a 3, make this a 4, make this a 5. Okay. And then, now we've got this, we can start doing like the string switching on this. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Galaxy Media. I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, night, all of the above. Okay, so you have rock, water, roof, path, grass, and bone. So yeah, so now you want to say, yeah, for... You can actually like this kind of is fine. We can just use level height and level width here without changing them. So yeah, for the level height, call this I, which is fine. For the level width, call this J, which is fine. And then prolata J. J. I need a Dvorak keyboard. I need this system to use Dvorak. Slowing down. Prolata J plus equals 1. We now just want to switch. We want to switch on the character and just do the thing. We should also have like a debug tile. Let's add that in. Let's make like 0 the debug. Absoluta debug. Make that 0. 1, 2. Like Emacs could run a bunch of commercials, which is like this like Specsavers commercial or like the Minty's Lolly commercial. It's like at times like this. Like at times like this, you need Emacs. Okay, so we've got that. So now when we're doing the string parsing, if we get something weird, we can say this tile's a debug, just display it weird. So now we want to say, oh, dereference stuff needed. So now we need to say for the S matrix, which is really our G matrix for like the game matrix. For the game matrix coordinate located at memory address specified by I and J, dereference this and set this to the thing, which is the tile. We need to specify what the tile is. So now we want to say N8 tile is equal to just the debug at the moment. really this should be called like debug tile. Yeah. So let's change all of these once again. Like this is why I need Emacs, not because I constantly just rename things over and over and over again. Okay, save. So yeah, got all of those. So when an N8 is a valid data type, right? I feel like it is. Okay. So yeah, so now we need to switch it. So in Zig, I would just do a switch statement. In Odin, I would do a switch statement. I don't know if the Brevis language yet has switch statements. I want to investigate this quickly. So let's pause this and just check out the documentation for the Brevis language again. So let's open a new workspace. We'll go to the documenter, in particular the Brevis, and spawn a new window, read-only window for the basics here. I'm gonna need a water break because I am sweating so much here. So is there switches here? Structure with Structora, which we might change. So global, okay, this I kind of want. Global is variable. So we can change the character positions to globals. Variable thing. That kind of looks like it. I'm not seeing the switch statement here. Okay, no switch statement at the moment in the documentation. So back to our editor, and let's put in some of the globals in here. Globals, Control V. And so where did we move the character pod stuff here? Let's copy that. Let's copy it, delete. And paste up here. I did something really weird. That wasn't meant to happen. So it was variable, right? There's no undo in this editor. And there's like no ring buffer of copies either, from what I understand. Is this saved somewhere else? How do I spell this? We'll come back, we'll get it again. Okay, so it is variable. Variable with a macron on the A and an I between the B and the L. Okay. Okay. Variable that. No. Not having an undo is getting annoying. But undos are really hard to do. Hard to implement. The amount of effort that I'm currently spending in my cube game to even set up the undo is astonishing. Okay. At least that is now under control. Okay, and then let us now go back to the switch statement that we're going to have to implement. But first I'm going to get some water, so I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, back with lots of water. Okay, onwards with the string parsing. So we want to say we just want to compare the string character to the possible things, and then when it matches, we then say that's what the tile is going to be. So we can say if the appropriate string character, which is going to be level 0, which blah blah blah. I want to kind of change level 0 right now. This is now no longer level 0, this is now like the game string. The game string. Game string this, game string here. So for the game string, like I swear half of my programming time is just renaming things. It's all that happens. So if the game string at I and j is equal to the, let's say, the rock character, and hopefully this is fine, then we'll set the tile to be the rock. Well, the tile is equal to like the rock tile. Okay. Save. And then we'll do the others. But before we do the others, let's move on to the updating the render function to to correctly display this. I'm so used to just using spaces for all of the indentation that Anyway, it's weird to. Okay, so now that's filled in the G matrix, and so now we want to. We want to change the render function to use the G matrix. The G matrix is not a global. Is this going to be a problem? No, because we're rendering the frame in the main function instead of as a separate procedure. That's fine. So for the loop here, we're using the same level height and level width, which really the name should be up. This name as well should be updated. It should be called like game width and game height. We're gonna have to update so much. We'll get to it. Instead of the level 0 here, oh, we've already got like a color switch. We have the game matrix here. And now we just want find the location in memory at ij in this matrix, then dereference it, and then we're going to color switch on this. We're going to have to change the color switch function to now deal with the tiles. So here we want to say if the I kind of want two switches here. We'll have one for the color switch and one for the tile switch. So we'll keep this one basically as it is. As Walter White once said. And then we want like a tile switch as well. So we'll call this like tile switch. And the tile switch is going to take in an O and give back the rock tile. It's going to take the dot and bring back the water tile. It will take the roof symbol, give back the roof tile. It will give back the path tile. Oh, that breeze feels so good. Bring back the. I've already forgotten what the refer here means. A bit embarrassing. Maybe it means like return. Possible. Okay, so now we've got the tile switch, and it will just take a byte to the tile. Wasn't the tile an N8 anyway? And then it kind of would be good to specify a different type. Does this language enable like random types to be specified? Something we can add in a bit later. Let's add in let's begin starting a to-do list. To-do list. So let's say determine if determine how different types can be specified in the Brevis language. set tile to create a tile type, a distinct N8. Okay. Something homework for me, or next time someone's on stream who knows the answer, they could help me out. But we're back to the switching again. So yeah, we've now done the tile switch, which is currently taking in. I do want to do like update this with a tile type. So yeah, we got all these characters that we then return these tiles, and then we want to do the color switch. So the color switch is likewise going to take in a tile, and this time we'll return a color. The color as well should be like a separate type. Given the new rectangle command is expecting like N30, like the S32 or N32, whatever it is, we would have to like cast colors, but I think that's kind of okay. Yeah, the way I program is very much like to improve compiler error messages and to avoid like weirdness. Sometimes just like make separate types, and then if you need to cast them, do that. But like I don't know. I prefer like getting an error message where it's like color missing from function, and it's like, oh, okay. Rather than like N32 missing, and it's like, okay, what argument was meant to go there? Okay. Okay, so if the tile is equal to this, so much copy pasta going on. Okay, I think I should be able to delete this and copy the other ones repeatedly. No. It's easy. It's sometimes easy to do this. If only we had Emacs. Okay, so if the tile is equal to a rock tile, give back the rock color. If the tile is equal to the water tile, do the water color. If the tile is the roof tile, this one we're going to have to like add in a bit because we may end up with like several roof colors. So we may have to adapt that. If the tile is the path tile, do that. Is it just called path color now, or is it path 1 color? It is still path 1 and boat 1 color. If the tile is the grass tile, do the grass color. Finally, if it's a boat tile, do the boat color. Otherwise, debug color. Well, kind of. We can even go further. We could. No, this is fine. Okay, so now we've got these switches in. Let us code color switch and it should be called like maybe tile color is better. Tile color switch. Let's add in the tile switch and the tile color switch into the code. So when we're deciding what this this tile is going to be, why don't we just say the tile is now the result of, hopefully this won't give a compile error, tile switch, the G matrix, let's just copy this, no, maybe, G matrix I, J, dereferenced switch that thing. Oh, no, I'm being really silly here. This is meant to be the string stuff. This is meant to be the game string. Yeah. So take the ith coordinate of the j string, dereference that, then take the jth coordinate of that, then dereference that. And kind of, it should be called game strings actually. Well, I'll keep a game string for now, even though it's an array of strings. Then we want to actually specify the G matrix a coordinates of this. So now here assign to this memory location the result that's the tile. Okay. And hopefully that's kind of it. Add interactivity, we've done that. Well, we're in the process of doing that. Yeah, in this for loop, do this. This looks like it needs another bracket. Okay. Okay, so now we've iterated over that, over the array, got all of that. We're now doing, okay, the color switch should now be a tile color switch to get the, I call this square color, but it kind of should be called tile color at this point. Tile color, then render that and stuff. Okay, let's hope the compiler can catch the compiler bugs the bugs we've introduced. Okay. Compile. Alright, tokenizer does not support this input. Line 202. Pro Tata. I think once we'll see. Once if this works, I might take a break. We might end the stream because I want to like eat something substantial. I haven't really had lunch yet. It's nearly 5, so I really should get something to eat. But yeah, next time tomorrow we'll then continue on. But we've already got movement today, which is non-trivial. So it was line 202 that was whinging here. Because it's prolata, not protata, of course. Akuna protata. Compile, please. Okay, initialize character state. The final token after type is not semicolon. Pardon me. Nota ultima post generi nonest. Semicolon nonest. Well, how does the global stuff work again? Oh, we're not allowed to like specify we can't declare and initialize a global at the same time. Interesting. Let us change that then. Hopefully I can, once I assign it globally, once I declare it globally, I can assign it globally. That would be a surprise within a surprise if I cannot. So let's change the xpos to, set the xpos to 0. Define this, then set the character ypos to be a 0. Kind of while we're at it, let's just group these up like that. Save. Compile. Okay, good. We seem to have passed that. I don't know of anything called boat one tile. Because of course there's not. There's a boat tile. No, I didn't even check what line that was at. We'll find it. Oh, it's down here. Save. Type mismatch in assignment. Yeah, that's clearly not correct. Okay. Line 198. Save. I should start keeping a counter of just the number of times I forget commas in these things. Line 206. And speaking of, maybe for the color tile switch, I forgot the comma there as well. No, I did include it here. Internal compiler error. Why is this all of a sudden failing? Can I no longer operate on globals now? This feels like something. I feel like I need to let Sam know about this one. This is unexpected. What's the best way to go about this? If I do like the clear. Let's try and compile this again. Yeah, and then what's the best way to do this? Go back to here. Let's take a snapshot of this. Serenum. Compiler bugs. Global variable modification. And then so yeah, this was line 240. Here. And then finally, we should go to where these things are declared. Which was up here? New here. Okay. After stream, I will send Sam an email about this. Okay. But back. Okay, so given that the compiler doesn't like treating these things as global variables, we'll go back to what we had initially, which is just make these things local. So yeah. So let's so we want to say S64 character pos is that, X64 character pos is that. These things can be deleted. Let's copy this, delete it, and move it into the noob.main. Save that. Okay. Oh, hey Sam. Hey, yeah. Okay, I can I can show you the thing right now. Let me just go back to the convenient screenshots I took. So basically I define, okay, I'll go back to where it is. Here, okay. So I defined a couple of globals here that were just the character X position and the character Y position. When I tried to simultaneously declare these and initialize them as globals, I got a compiler error. So then I moved those, I modified those 2 lines to the 4 lines you see now. This like seemed to be fine, but then when I modified the globals again by, well, this particular one here, the character x plus minus equals 1, I then got a compiler error as follows here. It then says, yeah, like at line 240, internal compiler error. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure whether this is like you didn't get around to implementing like minus equals and plus equals for like global variables or something else. It may be some other legitimate problem in my program. So I'm just gonna, I'm just modifying it now to see if I can get this working. Oh, okay. I do have to dereference. Oh, I have to dereference globals. Oh, okay. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, totally my fault. I forgot about this. I think I made a similar mistake last time. I forgot it. Okay. All is good. I know your plate's already full, but it would be amazing if there was like a compiler error message, like a compiler error message that said like you must dereference this global. Okay, so then let's actually try and let me go back to this. Let's go back to kind of what I had earlier. Okay, so we'll make these globals again. Copy. And then here. And we want to say variable the x pos. Likewise the y pos. Then we want to set these to both be 0. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna have to dereference these. So. Yeah, so back to line 240, and on it, yeah, so now I want to say, yeah, dereference that, take it down by 1, dereference, add it by 1, dereference. Okay. So now we've saved this, let's try and compile it again. Oh, I cannot set them. They will be 0 on startup automatically. If you want a non-zero value, you need to set them in your startup code. Ah, okay. That is good to know. And sorry again, you have another potential compiler error message if you would like to add that in. Internal compiler error. Okay. I know Nick and I are just like filling up the plate of things on your to-do list. Oh. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so back to... but I really want to make this game. I want to get this game out and sharing via the Wi-Fi that you're working on. And I think it would be cool. Okay. Let us compile this again. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Yeah, so now I'm kind of confused. Like this is now not setting what it is equal to in, it's now setting it in like a main function, but it's why am I now getting an error for this? Again. I thought I had caught all of them. Okay. Okay. So this was around 240 again. Yeah, here it is, dereference. Likewise, dereference this. And I guess we need to dereference it in these if conditions, in the C conditions as well. Okay. Also, the condition is wrong. Oh. Wait, how? Yeah, I'm checking if the pointer is less than... Yeah. I think it was just a lag in the Twitch chat. Okay, let us compile. Oh no, I like the dereferencing errors do not end. But yeah, again, this is forcing me to become like a better programmer. Things are not automatically dereferenced in this language. So it's in the render character here, yeah. So we want to do this here, And just as a note to myself, if my eyes glaze over this in the future, let's say like node, important, like globals must be dereferenced. Something like the expos plus equals 1 will cause a compile error. Okay. Okay. Let's try compiling again. Okay, this looks promising. Yeah, this looks good. let us now launch the game. Productor Sokoban. Hey, and now the character moves. And the screen looks similar to before, but that's because the tile switching is working. Okay. So yeah, so in the next stream we'll be able to do the logic to make only the movement on the path work. We kind of do need, I do need to fix the movement though, so that if the key is held down, it doesn't, like, the character doesn't automatically like move across a bajillion times. Because currently when I'm pressing it once, it's moving twice. I'm not sure, this must be something to do with like frame. Yeah, I need to figure this out. I kind of want to get the screen updating though, so that when I move to like the right here, the character wraps around to the left and like the new screen is updated. But okay, yeah. Thanks so much for stopping by, Sam. Yeah, I should get to lunch and then get back to working on my main game. But yeah, I'm happy with this progress today. Things are moving, and we're ready for further work. Okay. So yeah, I guess so to finish the stream, I'll now just make a backup of what I've done to my Windows PC, and then yeah, and then we'll call it a day. So so now that it is working, it's time to sever the connection from the Serenum. So actually, before I do that, let's quit out of the editor, just in case like there's something we have to save. It shouldn't be any issue. Okay, so we'll just like quit this now. Okay, that's done. So now let's pull the plug. Okay. I'm just trying to take out the HDMI cord at the moment. Okay. So yeah, now I've unplugged the computer. I guess I can make this a bit larger. How do I make this larger here? So now I have the Serenum computer. I can now take out the SD card. And then we can do the backup. So yeah, so now we can like take out the SD card. So here it is. I don't know if the camera will focus, but it's there. Now we can put it into the slot and make a backup. Okay. Okay. And then I think we just want to copy over the entire Domus folder. Serenum backups. Serenum 6, 2024, June 19th. And let's copy that over. Okay. That should be fine. Windows has probably done its weird renaming thing again. This should be the Sokoban. One of these is the codex. I think this is the one we want. Can I do like Notepad 7? Yeah, and this is the source code that we wrote today. Okay, that is now safe in case something bad happens to the Serenum or any other computing setup. But yeah, thanks so much everyone who dropped by. And yeah, I want to work on this again more tomorrow. And yeah, tomorrow we'll get the screen moving correctly to the left and the right. We'll get in the logic for the character moving. Now we have a matrix that we can just update. And, yeah, dealing with a matrix is easier than dealing with strings. And yeah, there may even be time tomorrow to get the boat logic working, which would be cool. But yeah. See you later, everyone. Bye.